Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel for some more Samurai Warriors 4 2. So we are now on the third chapter of the Master and Servants campaign, and now we have another familiar battle of Odawara against the Hojo family. And we, as the, I guess, new recruited part of Hideyoshi's campaign, is gonna shine.
Ima 少し遅くはこの首は飛んでおった。聞けばそこの小十郎の助言に従い服従を決意したそうじゃな。
はっ、この政宗には過ぎた家臣にて
許す。これよりは君心一体となってわしを支えてくれ。
ありがたきお言葉。
伊達家は欧州を制覇した。だが伊達主従はあくまでも冷静だった。天下人豊臣秀吉と盟友北条家の力量を見極めた末、豊臣に服従し秀吉の北条攻めに駆けつける。この政宗の決断には側近小十郎の検索と雑賀孫一の力添えが大きかったという。自らの野望を隠し政宗は小田原包囲に参加した。すべては伊達家の皆を守るために。主従の将小田原征伐。
Ooh, that cutscene. Very familiar from 4 that Hideyoshi was like, you are late. He's trying to like act like he's very mean and stuff, and then they're like, oh no. Although we are late, but we are like full-heartedly trying to be part of your campaign and help you take over the whole Japan. So please take us into consideration, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And he was like, I was just joking. Thank you for joining force, and we shall have one step closer to the unity of Japan. So all in all, I guess the previous 2 battles were technically all new battles because I went back and checked it out on 4. Maybe to have something similar, but definitely the name is not exactly the same because Kodiyama was, I don't remember having that in the last battle, but at least I guess that Masamune Rijin, like his first battle, is definitely not part of it. Like he directly in the previous game just like story just flashed by. It's like, oh no, I took down my father because this traitor, and I will now try my best to take over Oshu for the sake of proving that my father could rest in peace, and I am the most powerful successor to the Date family. So far I guess I like the skill chart of Kojuro better because look at him, man. He's extremely heavy-hitting and he's very dexterous. So yeah, coming back to the weapons though. Obviously I really want to keep this weapon with attack, but you know, this one obviously looked way more badass. So using this as the base and then trying to level up with the others would actually increase the attributes on the weapon. So I'm gonna see, I'm pretty sure I'll have enough money to upgrade it to level 10. So yep, there we go. So I have extra 11 attack and indirect attack 12, which is pretty decent, I have to say. Unfortunately for our pal here, he only have attack speed, and obviously, do you want the, I guess, chance of one hit killing the normal soldiers? Of course you do. So I'm just gonna fuse these 2 together, and so should I fuse them? I should, so yeah, because this actually gives you more dexterity, which is very useful in the long term because sometimes you just gotta be faster than the opponent, or else during your mid attack you'll get terminated when someone like just hits you. So I guess we're almost fully prepped, and yeah, this choice of 4 characters actually are the 4 characters in the initial, I guess, 4 version of the campaign. So now we have new skills by adding elemental attacks to our attack temporarily for 30 seconds, and let's get this started. So Odawara, it's not a unfamiliar battle because it has been featured in many, I guess, incarnations of samurai warriors since, I guess, the first game. There is definitely a reference there because I haven't played the PS2 version of it since I God knows when, so I don't even know where to dig out my PS2 for God's sake. So yeah. Yeah. So basically, Odawara is not a not familiar place. Although they totally amped up the whole like city view in, I guess, Samurai Warriors 4, because those who are, I guess, players of Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper, 3 Unlimited, is it? Yeah, like 3 Unlimited, like you would know that Odawara doesn't look like this. They actually took the model from, I guess, 3, so and Odawara is just like Hideyoshi just shouted out just now. Odawara is famous for the, I guess, tactic that Hideyoshi used, because they really don't want to use violence to take them on. And then people argue like, then why is Hideyoshi waging this battle? The problem is during this battle, Hideyoshi already knows he's about to die. For those who actually played 4, you would see a cutscene between Hideyoshi and Tokugawa Ieyasu, having Hideyoshi's I know, taking the dirty names and, I guess, dislike and discontent, negative emotions from the people of Japan is a heavy duty on your shoulder. I know that's a very big thing to ask of you. However, you're the only one, after my death, will be capable of leading Japan to a final unity. Because to gain the ultimate unity, you have to be ruthless, you have to be a, I guess, tactician, you have to do a lot of things against what your morals really lie. So, please, Ieyasu, you're the only truly, I guess, suitable successor to what I'm doing right now. Because you know how I feel, you know what I wanted, and that is exactly what you wanted. Final, ultimate peace for Japan. And then, after that cutscene, obviously, shortly after he passed away, and then before he passed away, obviously, Toshie passed away. So, I guess this part of the relationship wasn't really specified in the 4-2, but in real life, have they gone through such conversation? I highly doubt, because I used to love to read a lot of Japanese history. I don't think they were that level of best friends. They don't have, I guess, total, I guess, animosity against each other. It's just that both of them want to quickly end the, I guess, chaos in Japan, because daily wars is not going to bring you anything. It's going to bring, more destruction beyond, I guess, development. So, obviously, they would want to end it. But, I guess the only possible reason why they're not in bad terms is because, obviously, Tokugawa Ieyasu know that, eventually, Hideyoshi would have to step down because he's aging and he's not the healthiest dude. So yeah. Because Hideyoshi in history, though, he's literally born in an extremely, I guess, poor family that he had, malnutrition, he was very poor, he used to be, a farmer, so that's why, in one of these scenarios of the, I guess, mercenary roles in 4, he actually was talking about, I played a female character, so that's why he's, flirting with me, etc. He, actually tells me that, I wasn't a man of, this is a reference, I wasn't a man from a, I guess, wealthy family. That's why every time I saw the bully that used to bully me when I was still I guess, a peasant, I always feel, enraged, but, you were right. I choose the option of asking him to let him go, don't execute him, because you are a bigger man, you are capable of doing bigger things. And he's like, yeah, because I was in such a low, I guess, status when I was young, that sometimes when I gain power like this, I would often, lost track of my mind. I would sometimes almost do things that I would regret in the future. And then of course with a female character, he's like, thank you for like pulling me back from the abyss of no return, blah blah blah. And then yeah, that's a reference to him being ultra, I guess, more in his younger time. And that's where his nickname of Monkey came by. It's because his face looked pretty like gaunt and like bony, even after he gained, I guess, like, whoa. Kai Hime though, awesome character, just too much screaming. Because those of you who actually don't know how I record my footages and my voice, is that actually I'll plug the game HDMI into the recording device, and then the recording device into my computer, and my mic is obviously stuck to my computer. So basically, in order to hear the game properly, not my voice, I have to put a headphone on or the noise cancelling version. So whenever this mofo starts shouting, and plus girls have higher pitch, and I'm like, god damn it, my ears. So going back to the title of being a monkey, like he had a bony, I guess, facade even after he like grew to power. So, and plus, like, you know, Nobunaga is technically not the, I guess, friendliest type of guy you can find. So he just gave him a nickname. You look like a monkey. So he's like, Sadu. I'm trying to imitate Nobunaga's voice, which obviously I failed desperately, but whatever, you know, for your entertainment, sir. So basically, after being through all that, like, Hideyoshi actually worked really hard to actually not expose, I guess, his peasant background. So, although he used to be very, I guess, cheap, but like with help of Mitsunari and a lot of, I guess, think tanks, he actually did a lot of like right things to actually, I guess, not have too much dispute after his conquering of those lands. How does Ieyasu differ from him? Not much. It's just like, because Hideyoshi came in power first, so generally the people are like, oh, in order for you to take down such a big power, you must be doing a lot of dirty shit. Well, that's kind of unfair, because Hideyoshi is dirty in one way because he took over the whole like Oda force into his own shortly after the demise of Nobunaga in Honoji's incident. So he had the most powerful army of Oda to begin with. When I guess Tokugawa Ieyasu was part of the Oda campaign with limited amount of, I guess, resources as well as, I guess, forces. Like, if you say, but you know what, he has, like, he had in his party the strongest warrior of samurai warriors history, Honda Tate. Well, here's the thing. Even though in history the legend is he never had a scar in all his 80-something battles, he never got himself injured, it doesn't mean that he himself could single-handedly take out, like, I guess, 200,000 people. Like, he could look at the situation and go like, I'm gonna die, so I'm just gonna Audi 5,000, but, like, it does not mean that that's enough, I guess, resources and manpower to actually help him prevail against a force as big as the Nobunaga leftover or the Hashiba forces. Because Toyotomi is a surname that was given by the Emperor of Japan during that era, after Hideyoshi actually like attempted to unite half of Japan and doing a lot of, I guess, political changes that actually benefited the people as well as the country. So his born name was Hashiba, and then he was given the name of Toyotomi. Just in case people who are not familiar with kanji, Toyotomi actually literally matches what he's done for Japan. Toyo means, actually the kanji is from Hofu, which means abundant. So he actually caused, I guess, his change of policies actually led to the improvement in, I guess, many aspects of people in Japan, as well as like monetary income. So abundance matches him. And Tomi is written as, I guess, the kanji of Shinka, in like the Shin of Shinka, which means, I guess, subject. Like the subject of the king, subject of the emperor. So he is, okay, if you say abundant subject sounds ridiculous, but those who actually I guess, are familiar with Asian culture, there's a lot of meaning to that. It means that you are my subject that actually brings a lot of abundance to my country. So, therefore, he was named, like, given the surname of Toyotomi. Of course, his name will not change. It's still Toyotomi, like Hideyoshi. Another interesting thing is he's not the only one that was given a like surname, because Uesugi family actually is not originally named Uesugi. Uesugi is I guess a surname usually given to a very, I guess, fierce, ferocious, and loyal shogun type of person. Originally, I remember, if I haven't like screwed up my Japanese history, Uesugi Kenshin was originally named, I think it's like Naga or something Tora. I don't even remember his full name. Like, the Uesugi family was originally the Nagao family of Echigo, but Uesugi Kenshin is a name plus surname given from like the, I guess, the emperor. So basically, their original name, like Kangekatsu, is Nagao Kangekatsu. Like, their original surname is the Nagao family. And are there any other family with given names? Honestly, I think there are a lot, but like, because they're not technically the most, I guess, memorable warriors of the Warring States era, so please excuse me and forgive me for the fact that I forgot some of them. But I guess Toyotomi, as well as the Nagao family, which now known as the Uesugi family, is actually not is. Sorry about my grammatical mistake, because my head is still woozy from too much sake that I've took with my dad today. We had a very nice yakiniku, like Japanese style BBQ dinner at home. I don't know, have I mentioned it before, my grandpa is a very big fan of eating, so am I. That's why I'm having a big bum bum. And we decided to go to some department store for, I guess, cooking utensils shopping, and then we saw a very good Zojushi BBQ pot that has, like, I guess the metallic surface is very resistant to scratch, so washing wouldn't be an issue, and it works on, I guess, electricity, which saves a lot of, I guess, hazards of using like gas, like propane canisters. And it's like, I guess if you convert into USD, it's like no tax, but like just 70 something USD. So we bought it, and then we tried a few times doing some like BBQ and yakiniku at home. It was delicious. So bear with me, I have so many blood sugar and alcohol in my system that I might be slightly sluggish and making obvious mistake in grammar. Okay, I'm not the smartest person on earth, and duh, but I'm not the most correct in grammar type of person, even though I grew up literally spending more than 10 years in North America, particularly in Vancouver, Canada, even though I'm American-born Chinese for some reason. Let's just say that being there makes me have a better accent and a like bigger vocab, but doesn't make me always, I guess, grammatically correct. That's what I'm saying. And plus, man, I'm like sugar high after all the sake. Those who don't know, they're like, hey, sake doesn't have that much, I guess, alcohol in it. Well, the problem is most of the sake are actually made from very, very, I guess, what you call it, like starch-full materials, just like, I guess, taro, potato, and I guess rice in general. So, although it doesn't taste that thick, like, I guess Japanese baijiu tastes like. And by the way, baijiu uses like the best barley in China, and those barley literally, when you actually cook them in meals, taste like sugar water. So, just because the Western type of wine and like liquor have like a more subtle taste of the sweetness, doesn't mean that like they're technically not as sweet as, I guess, Asian liquor. But all in all, I guess like Japanese sake, they don't taste that sweet. Because when you eat I guess, seasoned taro or non-seasoned potatoes, they don't taste like starch at all, but, you know, that's what they are, that's what they are made of, and that's what like became the component of like sakes. There's a lot of versions of sake with different like raw materials, and because it's Chinese New Year, I actually bought a very nice looking red bottled sake which had like a little sign that says, "Oh, winner of best economic style sake award." When you say economic style, it means like not too expensive, affordable, and tastes good. And then it says imo shochu. That means it's made from oh no! Oh shit! I was making a mistake. Imo shochu, like Yama imo shochu, actually. No, it's not Yama. I think it was like Satsuma imo. Yeah, it's Satsuma imo. It's like those yam with a redder hue compared to the normal yams that we have. Sorry about the taro thing. It's not a taro soju, because taro soju is something I had the day before. And no, I'm not an alcoholic. I only drink when there's like celebrations like birthdays, Xmas, normal New Year, and Lunar New Year, because I don't know what's up with myself, but I have tested allergies, like those little, like they draw 30 boxes on your arm and they start pricking your boxes with different allergens. And unfortunately for myself, out of 30 freaking boxes, I'm allergic to 24 items that some of them I don't even remember. And of course, alcohol, any sort of alcohol is one of them. And I asked them, like that was when I was a kid though, I was like, hey, but could I still drink in the future? They're like, yeah, you can drink, but your face is gonna be red and your eyeballs like will temporarily get red too, and your whole body's gonna be red. You would look like you're literally drunk. I'm like, okay, if it doesn't kill me, that doesn't really matter, because, well, losers would think like, oh, she's drunk, let's just make her drink more, and you guys would die to it. Well, obviously I'm not a strong drinker, but if you just mistake me as I'm drunk and try to do shit to me, I will literally just strike back. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. And yes, speaking of which, after all the historical references and A2B monsters, also known as Annie's private life, we've came to the final process of taking down our Mr. Sagami's lion, Ujiyasu, Hojo Ujiyasu. Oh, no, you can't beat me up anymore because you're gone, so yeah. I guess I was like overly hasty in the battle, so it was like, you know, he didn't even finish his introduction and he's like, nope, you're gone. So there goes the third battle of the whole campaign. Like, I don't know, it's just, to me, recording in the nighttime would be a lot easier because sometimes I get like business call and stuff, so yeah. Here comes a cutscene.
お前さんの血も誠にあっぱれ。わしの家臣にならんか。5万石の大名にしてやるぞ。
ご無礼ながらお断りいたします。政宗様の右目をえぐってから今日まで、私は一心不乱に政宗様のために働いてまいりました。ただ主から右目を奪った負い目ゆえに。ですが、今ようやく分かりましてございます。私は右目をえぐったことで政宗様から居場所を与えられたのだと。私は政宗様に救われたのだと。私のあるべき場所はただ一つでございます。
自らの目と引き換えにかけがえのない知恵を得たか。伊達のこと、やはりただもんじゃなかったわ。しかし政宗は幸せもんじゃのう。わしは切にお前さんのような側近が欲しいわ。
Once again, like loyalty and dedication to its fullest. He doesn't even want to be, I guess, a ruler of a particular city. Even Hideyoshi offered him. He's like, I am here only because the existence of Date Masamune. So my life is for him. My wits are for him. Everything is done for him. So that was very, very touching. So the next battle is going to be, another battle that is unique to this particular, I guess, area. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. See you guys in the next battle.